Good evening. You're tuning into AWANI Tonight with me, Soraya Mia. We take a closer look at how inflationary pressures are impacting the B40 and M40 groups and what is expected of Thailand's new politics. That's coming up. Malaysia's gross domestic product grew 8.9% in the second quarter of 2022 compared to the same period last year. This is significantly higher than the 6.7% growth forecast in a Reuters poll.
Going forward, the Malaysian economy is projected to continue to recover in the second half of 2022, albeit at a more moderate pace amid global headwinds. However, given the strength in the first half of 2022, which grew by 6.9%, we expect growth for the year to be at the upper end of the range of 5.3% to 6.3%, even after taking into account the slower global growth. Growth for the rest of the year and 2023 would be driven mainly by private sector expenditure, particularly as tourism sectors normalize towards pre-COVID levels.
Bank Negara Malaysia assures that the bank's systems remain secure despite a potential data breach announced by payment gateway service provider iPay88. It says the breach originated from and was confined to the e-commerce firm's payment card systems and did not involve the bank's systems.
B&M maintained that Malaysian banks had strong authentication models for online card transactions, including prompting users for additional information for risky transactions. Banks have also instructed to heighten their fraud risk management and monitoring of suspicious or fraudulent activities for affected cards. B&M added that forensic investigations were ongoing over the data breach. Yesterday, iPay88 confirmed a possible cybersecurity incident affecting user card data and that it had roped in cybersecurity experts to mitigate the issue. The Communications and Multimedia Ministry's Personal Data Protection Department has also begun a probe into the breach.
Meanwhile, the Parliament's Special Select Committee on the Control of Tobacco Products and Smoking Bill 2022 will meet and discuss for the first time next week. Health Minister Khairi Jamaluddin says some matters need to be fine-tuned regarding enforcement and level of fines.
He adds that more than 90% of MPs from both government and opposition blocs agreed on the bill. On August 2nd, the Dewan Rakyat approved the proposal for the Generational Endgame Bill to be referred to the Parliament's Special Select Committee. The committee, consisting of 12 federal lawmakers from the government and opposition, will examine and come out with recommendations for improvement. The bill aims to prohibit those born after 2007 from purchasing or possessing smoking products, including vape products.
Current inflationary pressures are heavily impacting the B40 and some of the M40 group. Based on a study titled Looking into the Life, Understanding the Impact of the Inflation Storm, published on 8th of August, the affected groups struggle to buy daily necessities, with many having to cut down on meals. To help us dissect the survey, we speak to President of the Malaysian Economic Input-Output Association, Professor Dr. Muhammad Yusof Sari.
The first group is the group that can continue their daily life without, continue their daily life, but they could not have a saving, monthly saving. Okay, this group dominate about 81.3% from the affected group. And the nice thing about this, that finding is that 62.2% of them have to reduce the size of meal, meaning, for example, if daily meal, they take about three different meal or 3 times. Then because of this inflation pressure, they have to cut only 2 meal per day. They have to skip 1 meal. So that's the one of the example. The second group is the group that have used their saving to ensure that they can continue the life, and 73.3% of this group, they have to reduce the size of meal. And then the third group is the group that still they have to rely on borrowing money from someone else, from with either the formal or non-formal way of borrowing the money, and 100% of them they have to reduce the size of meal.
Many among the B40 group work in the private and informal sectors. Yusuf explained that more than half of them lack an adequate social protection scheme.
We have stressed the importance of strengthening the employment aspect of B40 and some of M40. The reason why we address this issue to the stakeholder, because 84.9% of respondents actually working in the private sectors and self-employment sector, and 66.9% of them, they don't have social protection. Half of them, more or less, half of them do not have social protection. And interestingly, 57.9% of them have withdrawn the EPF, Employment Provident Fund, before the retirement age, and about 2/3 of them currently, nowadays, they don't have social protection coverage anymore in the current job.
The survey provides a snapshot of residents in 18 PPRs in 9 areas in and around Klang Valley. The study is a strategic collaboration between the Malaysian Economic Input-Output Association, Astro AWANI, and the Center for Future Labour Market Studies, EU-ERA.
While there have been good policies to address inflation, many still feel the pinch of rising prices due to blind spots in government interventions. Yusuf stressed the importance of properly analyzing the needs of affected groups to come up with more effective policies.
The need for improvement, the need for innovation with the current assistance program. So we proved that using this SNAP survey, most majority of the affected group saying that the current instrument are not enough to support their life, their daily life, or to cushion the impact. There are certain percentage, or there are still blind spots involved in the current assistance program. Some of people that are eligible to get the assistance, for example, and then from the survey we asked them, they mentioned that they do not get the assistance. So this is the example of the blind spot. In addition to that, we also need to understand and address what actually the need of B40 and M40, whether they really need a cash handout or whether they need the physical good assistance. So this is the example or the situation that we need to address. Moving forward on the long-term aspect, this is also very important. We have stressed to the stakeholders, employment aspect of B40 and some of M40 need to be strengthened. I have mentioned just a minute ago, social protection, stability of the income, and type of jobs. This is among the issues that need to be addressed, need to be strengthened for B40 and M40 in urban areas, particularly in urban poor. In addition to that, the common education aspect, reskilling, upskilling, job matching, and a more secure job also.
We'll take a quick break. Stay with us.
Cukup rasa, tak kenal tak cinta. Lagi cukup rasa, menjadi lautnya apa jua.
COVID-19 memperlihatkan kepada kita betapa pantasnya adaptasi teknologi di kalangan PKS kita. Niaga AWANI dan Unify Business akan menyelami perjalanan kebangkitan semula PKS kita melalui segmen Jiwa SME setiap Selasa dan Khamis untuk inspirasi anda.
Transformasikan perniagaan dengan Unify Business, rakan digital pilihan anda. Hubungi kami sekarang dan jimat sehingga 50%. Jom Unify Business.
Thailand is expecting a general election sometime in May to June next year. According to Dr. Ladawan Tantik Witayapitak from Human Rights NGO Union for Civil Liberty, Thais have their hopes up for a shift in the country's political scene.
They project new phenomena politically, not only in Bangkok but nationwide, that they are looking for a strong man with better view, with better character that can governing the country. So they are looking for new things. They have a new hope. So I don't think that the same type of political will be the winning, because I think people have more comparison among the political party, and they will looking for the better one. And money politics may have less influence, less dominant. And that's what I believe, because people are now learning a lot after 8 years under this situation. They get more understanding how politics affect their life if they don't participate lightly in politics or in voting.
She added that transparency as well as involvement of the people in politics are some of the things Thailand seeks for in a new leader.
We want to have politics like what is incurred now in local politics like Bangkok. That the new politician should have vision, should have not only vision but work transparency and listen to the people, get people involved. Not only young, not only clear idea, not only able to speak, mobilize, allowing people, but be able to work hard, be able to get people involved. Not only when you come to the office and you just listen to yourself or your circle of people, but listen to the people. So this kind of politics that we need to be changed, and I think that for the next generation.
Law amendments to make stalking a crime was tabled in Parliament for its first reading, bringing us one step closer to better protecting thousands of Malaysians who experience stalking each year. Tonight on Consider This, we speak to Deputy Law Minister, Datuk Mas Ermiati Samsudin, Yuran Chung and Amelia Sharif about the anti-stalking bill. That's all we have for you on AWANI tonight. Thank you for watching. I'm Soraya Mia and have a great day.